Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Lafayette Signing Day Special. I'm here with John Leone, my cohort for the Lafayette broadcast, and of course, Theresa Grentz, the head coach of Lafayette College. 33 years at the helm as a head coach. She's in her second year at Lafayette, and we say hello to all of you as we'll take a look at the recruits for the following year as Lafayette gets ready to start their 2016-2017 basketball season. Coach, you've been at this game a long time. So
don't talk about that.
I was talking to John.
Okay.
A long time, and obviously recruiting is not foreign to you. So just tell us a little bit about the process before we actually get into the young ladies you have already signed and sealed.
Well, the process is simple. When we took the job and the staff, we sat down and put out a 5-year plan. What we're looking for in those different classes. Last year's class, as you well know, we were looking for strength and size. And we were able to, with the help of the staff, be able to recruit that. This year, we were more determined for slashers, and everyone had to be able to shoot. And that's where we're headed. And of course, then the next class, which I'm not allowed to talk about, there's things that we're looking in there. But there's a plan of where we're going. Once we figure out who it is, and we narrow that down, we get our list, we also then look at grades. They have to have the grades. And I had no idea when I took this job what an AI was. I'm thinking, I don't know, what do I need that for? And I said, when they explained it to me, I said, forget this. We're just going to recruit 4.0 and better. So everybody, that's the other piece. They have to have a 4.0 or better and come to Lafayette and be the superior, athletic, intelligent athlete that and academic person they're supposed to be.
And that's what we're used to getting, Joe.
Exactly. Well, yeah, and I think the broadcasting staff reflects that as well.
Absolutely.
You put us together, 2-0, we're a 4-0. Theresa, obviously, and that's been your MO everywhere you've gone. Let's not play around with the AI too much. You go for the top number, and
Always have.
And I think your coaching style. Talk about that and how these kids maybe fit into your system and your style.
Well, one of the things we do is we sit and we have to watch them, and you think, could I coach this kid? Does this kid have what I'm looking for? One of the things, they have to be teachable. They have to have the ability to be teachable. They have to be selfless. If they're not, and they're all about themselves, I just go to the next game. You know, and it's good because there's 85 games going on at the same time. But the staff, Kristen Foley, C.K. Calhoun, Ross James, they do an excellent job of narrowing and putting the big board together as to where we're headed. And then it's a matter of really sitting down with them, talking to them, and figuring out, do we really like them? And I think when we went through this process, I fell in love with these three. They're really unique. I can't wait to talk about them. And I really can't wait I would just pack them up and bring them here now.
Well, let's go ahead and do that. They came from Indiana, they came from Maryland, they came from Philadelphia, the three of them. And we're going to start with Paige Sailor. She's a point guard, 5'5", out of Roncalli High School in Martinsville, Indiana. We'll take a look at her here and certainly let Theresa talk about the young lady. She's wearing number 12, by the way.
That's a good number. When I saw her play, Kristen Foley said to me, she called me over and she said, T, I want you to look, Theresa, I want you to look at this kid. And I knew the way she was saying there was something that I wasn't going to like. And I really wanted bigger players. And I looked at Kristen, I said, how big is she? And she said, she's 5'5". I said, Kristen. And I said, is this kid what I'm looking for? She said, Theresa, you're going to like this kid. So when I watched her play, I just loved the way she has a demeanor on the floor that is there. And the other thing I loved was her feet. Her feet were quick as could be. She's like a defensive back, you know, that has to go backwards all the time. Like she can play going backwards, and a lot of them can't. And then she's got this little moxie about her that I just love. I mean, she'd be great Philadelphia attitude, but she's got that wonderful Midwest core value. But she is, when she crosses those lines, Paige is all about the quickness, the steal. You can see her there taking it down. She's got quick, and she'll finish. I love the way she finishes.
You know, as I watch her, Theresa, obviously Sammy Stippa will be graduating, and she does break the mold a little bit in terms of size, but she seems to be crafty. She seems to have a certain energy about her, and the thing that stands out to me, and Gary knows that I had the good fortune of working with a coach who Butch Van Bredikoff his second time, and when you say I love these kids, they have to be coachable. She seems like an extension. She could be the kind of player that is an extension of you on the floor.
When I saw her play, when I saw Paige play, first of all, I went out there and I met her grandmother, who was just delightful, and I loved the interaction that she had with her grandmother and her parents. But Paige reminds me of a young woman who I had the pleasure to coach at one time, who is now an Olympian and in the Hall of Fame. And that's who immediately she reminded me of. So that's who I think of that Paige will attest to. So I have great aspirations for her.
Well, that fills the guard spot for that class. How about the shooting guard or small forward spot? That would be Olivia Martino. She's 5'10", out of Atlanta, Maryland. National Christian Academy is her school, and very athletic as we take a look at her. And she's got great range. I mean, she can really shoot it from downtown.
Well, that was one of the things. They have to be able to shoot. But what I love about Olivia, she is all about team. And you're going to see her. And where she is at school right now, her nickname is Grandmom, because she takes care of everything. She's nurturing. She's always looking after everybody. And in this case, you're going to see her play. She'll pull up, and she just shoots from downtown.
Well, she keeps backing up. I thought that was her longest three,
No,
but stay tuned. Look, now that she's a step further back.
She was in the EYBL for Nike this summer in Georgia, and she just blew it up, which I really was kind of hoping she wouldn't do out there so everybody would see her.
What you have to do, though, is you have to make sure that guy standing right over there, that's Fran O'Hanlon. He's up next.
Oh, his kids can all shoot.
Yeah, but he could recruit her from you.
He could. But his kids, I never worry about his kids, because every one of Fran's kids can all shoot. That's where we're learning to do that. That's why we're going to play real close to the basket this year.
And she's #1 in her class, too. So,
oh, by the way,
Lafayette student.
about that.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Not bad.
All right, the third one is Natalie Kukowski. She'll be number 24 on your screen. She's 6'3", St. Basil Academy. She is a forward. I see you got a couple of left-handers. Did that enter into this at all?
Well, I think we want to use the whole floor. When we run offense, we want spacing. Everybody talks about spacing right now. And we want to step that out and make that more difficult for people to have to play us. And if we can, we're going to be all right.
And there you see her ability to stretch the defense vertically. And of course, you've talked about Angela Riberich and of course, Olivia Gums, the freshman this year, is a dynamic inside player as well. So if you can stretch the defense, it's really going to open things up on the post.
And Natalie, she's not afraid to shoot it. She'll shoot it from the top. She'll shoot it deep from the corners. She'll kick the ball.
And handle it.
Right, and this is what we're looking to do. This is what we want to do here at Lafayette. We're changing things. Hey, just got to bank on that one. But she's the type of kid, again, just a super, super individual. Paige, Olivia, just, I can't tell you how sweet and how lovely they are until you get them on the floor. And I just think these are people that you want to be with all the time. And Natalie is somebody who has the size. She can go in and out. She can stretch that floor. She can step up, and she too is very, very teachable and wants to get it done. And I'm excited.
And a 3-time district champion in a row and a very good program out of Philadelphia. So certainly a nice pedigree by every single way we look at her. You really have spread things out nicely this year. 4 freshmen and 3 sophomores, 3 juniors, 3 seniors. It looks like you are setting up a really nice mix to have success year in and year out.
Well, that's what we want to do. I think that the present players have done a beautiful job in postseason, working so hard, building their strength and their conditioning. They are a totally different group. And even in the first scrimmage, 2 of the referees went by, we were home, and they said, well, they look a lot different. They're a lot stronger this year. Now we have to be able to use that on the floor. But as we go through, we wanted that size in that 2016 class, and we've gotten that. And now we want the shooters in this next class, so we can add that. And as we go through, we know what we want in 17 and 18 and 19. So we're building. So when somebody says, "Is she leaving?" Hell no. I'm having a good time. Retirement's not for me.
One other question, Theresa. Obviously, the program has struggled in the recent past. You come in, obviously, with your pedigree. You're used to winning. You know, we knew that last year was going to be a building year. I guess it's a 2-part question. How do you feel about the process of changing the culture? How close are you? And have you found that to be more difficult or less difficult than you anticipated?
Changing the culture has been very engaging, and we started last year. When we went to Delaware last year, we started then to change this culture. It takes several years to change a culture. One of the key things in offense is pace. Pace. Their pace or my pace. You know, they're running or my running, or are we sprinting? Just changing those things, the attitude. I don't care about the past. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about winning, and we don't talk about losing. We talk about achieving. We want to achieve. What is it that we want to achieve? And that's our job as a staff to make sure that they understand this is what we want out of this play, and this is what you will do, and this is how you will do it. And then they do it. and then they're the ones who go on. They're very excited right now. They know that they have a chance. I was very impressed with our 2 scrimmages. I like how we move the ball. In order for us to play against a better team, we have to be able to run offense on one side of the floor. They're going to guard us. Go to the other side of the floor. They're going to guard us, bring it back, run it again. These are the things that we're getting better at, and moving that ball. And the more we have, the better. But it's still about basketball. It's still about putting that ball in the basket.
I know I speak for John. We are really looking forward to the 2016-17 season with Theresa's ball club. They will open on Friday night at LaSalle. They'll play again on Monday at Ryder. And then we will have them streaming video on the Lafayette Sports Network on Wednesday against Robert Morris. That is a 7 o'clock start. Coach, thanks for stopping by. Congratulations on a great recruiting year. And up next is head coach Fran O'Hanlon.
Go Mighty Max.